Yeah,
Wrestling's
like I
weird.
say, if they get more freedom, good. But that again, it can't be too much freedom because I think that's what AEW's problem is.
Oh no, you need
AEW is
you
just letting
need
them
that
do
one man.
whatever they want.
You need
Yeah, and
one
it's
man on top who controls you. I think Tony Khan is too much of a fan, and
yeah.
that's in my
Well,
eyes
he's just
that's
doing
the difference.
tournaments every week, and that's gone so downhill. And I think he's just lost all his ideas, and it's just, oh, I don't know what to do. A tournament will get us 6 weeks of booking. Let's do that again.
So I've I've tried. I've tried to get into AEW. I was talking to someone I only met that day
Hmm.
at an after party a few days ago. Um, and he loves AEW, absolutely loves AEW. Doesn't really watch WWE that much. I was like, right, fine, because I don't gatekeep, but
Hmm.
I'm not a fan of AEW. I don't like how it's run because it
Yeah.
feels to me too much like WCW, where there's too many cooks with too much creative freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't work. The reason WWE's worked for so long because there's been one man on top, creepy old man, but one man on top,
Yeah.
and it works because there's one person, Vince McMahon, and now there's one person, Triple H,
Hmm.
one man. He makes all the decisions, and
Yeah.
that's how it has to be. There can't be too
Yeah.
many cooks. And
No, it's yeah. I don't know. I used to watch AEW when it first started
mm,
into like the pandemic era. I was watching it quite regular, mainly because there was nothing else to do. But and I did enjoy them shows because I did feel like they were trying new things and they were thinking. And a lot of people I know are on there, and the if I ever see like Will Ospreay or Pac or anyone like that, I'm going to watch it because I know it's going to be a good match.
yeah,
But I'm more now watching AEW for, oh, this show's got a good match. I'll watch that.
mm,
Not for the show. If FTR is doing a tag match with Aussie Open, I'm watching it. But I'm not that asked about the whole show.
that's
That's
the
the problem
thing.
nowadays.
I literally, I'm not even gonna joke. Last night I was thinking the exact same thing. I was just, thinking randomly while I was getting like things sorted.
Hold
And
on, one sec, one sec. Don't worry, we'll get this interview done at some time.
cheers, mate.
There you go. You can have an exclusive. I've got a bit posters for the show. I'll open them here.
Oh, it's just for TWA.
Yeah, it came early. We weren't expecting it yet. There it is.
Ah,
Mr. B, right on the
beautiful,
front.
beautiful,
So there you go.
absolutely beautiful.
The
Now,
joys of being a wrestling promoter.
will this show be welcome with a smoke alarm?
Mate, don't. The absolute fury that was going through my head. What was worse, I didn't even think about the smoke alarm. So I thought someone was vaping in the back and I proper lost my head. I was like, who's vaping? Because we've got two changing rooms. So we've got like the back room, which is a massive pool room. And then you can walk round the building and go to where the entrance is. And there's like, that's where like, so we had like the first half in there, the second half in that side. So because I was second half, I was stood in the other room talking to like Phil and stuff. And then the fire alarm's going off, and I'm going absolutely mental. And I'm walking out back, and I'm like, "Who in here is smoking a vape?" And then it clicked. I was like, "The smoke alarm." I was like, "It has never gone off before," but it was a different person that opened up this time. So I think normally the woman who opens up, Sue, I think she normally knocks the smoke alarm off so we can do it. But she wasn't there this time. It was someone else. So I think they just didn't. And I was like, oh my God.
It's not something you think of, though, is it?
No, not at all. Luckily, Mr. B and Martin, the DJ, absolutely smashed it, sorted it out, and hats off to them because I was losing my head in the back because I couldn't do anything. But yeah, Mr. B, for a first time ring announcing, was absolutely killing it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, he did great.
He's born for that kind of stuff. He's a
Oh,
natural
absolutely.
showman.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's knock this off kilter.
Yeah, standard. Like I say, I mean, Doctor will ring probably in about 5 minutes, and that'll just when we get back into the flow of things, that'll be that'll be round 3 of interruptions. But
Um, yeah. Where was I? Yeah. Um, I was genuinely thinking that last night. You're not going to. I'll chop and change. Don't worry. I
right,
edit.
right.
Um, I. You're not going to commit to watching a weekly show for one match.
Yeah, that is exactly it. When they did the trios tournament, again, there was a few matches on there where I was like Death Triangle versus I think called the United Empire. Absolutely watching that. So that's Will Ospreay and Aussie Open. Absolutely going to watch that because it's Phoenix, Pentagon, Pac against them three. That'll be sick. Then it was them against the Elite. Absolutely watching that. But again, that's not making me want to watch the full show.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
couldn't care less about John Moxley doing his 12th title run again against CM Punk. I couldn't care less. There's nothing like I feel like when he runs out of booking, he gets in another surprise to keep you going, and then he's run out of booking again. So then it's a tournament, and then it's a pay per view. I'm gonna have to bring someone back. It's like just just do a good story. Just think of something. You know what I mean? You've got all that talent. Some of the best indie names are there, and we'll put on an absolute killer match. But it's just Chris Jericho and another group against another group again. You know what I mean?
I I don't know. I fear because I've got I do the radio and well, oh, you know that Jim Bailey.
Yeah.
We're both on the radio together. Um, we he and I both had pretty much had the same outlook on it. I think he's a fan. I think he's. I'm not going to say Mark because I just hate that word. I
Oh yeah, I
think
hate that anyway.
it's such a derogative word, and people think they're insulting you with it when they're really not.
Yeah.
No one gives this. No one
No.
cares about that word.
No.
Like, oh, you're just a Mark. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh no, I like something, and that's apparently a bad thing. I don't
Exactly.
know.
You
Yeah.
like
I-
WWE and AEW.
yeah. To be fair,
Uh,
one of the best examples for like a mix of storytelling and like good wrestling was early TNA.
yeah.
Like Impact Zone TNA. That
I
was
used to
to
love
me was
TNA when
one
I was
of
a
my
kid.
favorite. It was on like Bravo, and he used to be
Mm.
on every week. And it was like I say, Christopher Daniels and Samoa Joe and AJ Styles doing their feud. It was like LAX putting on absolute bangers with everyone. It was like Sabu and Raven killing each other or Abyss, and then there was like Kurt Angle against someone in the main event. Like that was good TNA. And
It
again,
was
there was
stacked
such
for a long time.
yeah, there were so many good stories until Eric Bischoff and Hogan came, and they got the
And
money
then
and they
it
got the
died.
yeah, they got the money and they got all the boosting of it, but it didn't have the same feel, and it didn't have the same. It didn't seem like a passion project anymore. It then became a job for
They
everyone, and it
they
wasn't
tried
as
the
good.
same thing. They tried similar. There was a they tried a faction that was very similar to the NWO.
The aces and eights.
Oh God, that was so convoluted and just didn't need to be at
Yeah.
all. Didn't.
Everyone was turning up, and then it was like Bubba Ray turned at the end, and you're like, oh no.
Makes
And
no
he kept hitting people
sense.
with hammers, and it was like, it was absolute madness. Yeah, it was like when he hit Jeff Hardy with that, like he'd have killed him if he'd have genuinely hit him with a hammer to the back of the head.
Yeah.
But it literally, you could see it go on his head. It
I mean,
may as well have just been a plastic toy.
if you're gonna do that, do what Triple H does. I mean, I know everybody takes the piss that he's got his hand on the end, but at least like suspension of disbelief. It looks brutal,
Yeah.
things like that. But like, also his fans know that if he takes the hand away and scores, bang, he's dead.
Yeah, yeah,
No ifs, buts, or maybes, dead.
yeah,
So, we know we're watching wrestling.
yeah.
we,
This is
we
an age for a
know.
wild time though. But like I said, that was it. Everything was again just they tried to be too convoluted with everything. All the stories was just too much. Weird.
No matter where you are in wrestling across the board, don't take yourself too seriously.
Mm.
We tried for over a decade tried to take Bray Wyatt too seriously. We tried to make him dead serious. Mate, as soon as you turn him, because he wasn't Magic Man in NXT, as soon as you turn him into a Magic Man who brings PowerPoint presentations of maggots into a ring and teleports places, in this day and age, we're not taking him seriously.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
not. Just have fun and we'll be there.
yeah, yeah. That's it.
But with the posters coming up, you have an upcoming show. You have brought back TWA.
Yes, we have indeed.
On 9th of October, you had your first show. 4th of December, you have your next.
Uh-huh.
How does it feel actually bringing that back and this being a genuine thing again?
Stressful, stressful. No, it's good. It's great. See, Darwin's such a small town, and it's not got a lot of money, and we just wanted to bring some family fun that's cheap enough that the people in the estates around it can come and just have a laugh for a little bit. We started it originally. We took over a different company. One of our mates were running it, and it was their company. And then stuff happened where he couldn't run shows anymore. Life got in the way. And we were like, we'll do one show because he had to cancel a show like really last minute. So a lot of guys lost out on work.
Oh.
So we were like, I'll tell you what, we'll take over. We'll do one show. We'll make up for all the people that lost a booking. We'll sort that out, and then we'll call it quits. And then we did a year of shows, and then we got up to coming up to our second year, and then COVID hit us. The weekend we were supposed to do like our March show, COVID happened, and it was I think we just done our show. Yeah, we just done our like big feud ender show. So luckily we got that out of the way, and then the weekend after COVID, everyone shut down and we were all on lockdown. So if it had been a week later, I'd have been absolutely devastated because we'd done this feud of Arcadian versus Darkadian and who was going to get unmasked, and it was going to be this big thing. And then if we hadn't have got that payoff, I'd have been so annoyed. Well, luckily we got the payoff, and then we closed down for ages. And we weren't bringing it back. We were done. We were like, oh well, it ended on a high. We'll be fine. And then Crown Paints, who we put on the wrestling shows, were messaging us, being like, look, a lot of people are asking when you're coming back. A lot of the wrestlers, because our philosophy for TWA was we book our friends. We book our friends and we have a laugh. We have a nice backstage area where everyone can get on. And if anyone's got anything they want to try, ours is the place to try it. We are with a lot of people like to, I'd like to say we helped a lot of people find their comedy and find where they were comfortable. Isaiah Quinn got to try the following, but everywhere else he was doing the following, he was this serious guy. Our place, he wasn't. Him and Nick Maguire were both bombing people through chocolate eggs on Easter. We had an invisible horse called Passing Wind. That was there for a bit. Isaiah Quinn kidnapped it and was holding it hostage for a while. And we had a hypnotizing dancing cat. Like, you know what I mean? It was just fun and everyone wanted to try different things. So that's what we tried to bring back. We've got people who haven't been a tag team before with like the Two Dogs. We've got Getski versus Jack Johnson because they look the same. So let's put them together, and we don't know. We'll see where that goes. So a lot of it's all just fun, as long as everyone's having a laugh. And again, the crowd. That's exactly what I said before. That's my philosophy. As long as we're having fun, the crowd are having fun, everyone goes home happy. So we don't take ourselves too serious. We are very well know we don't want to be serious. If we wanted to put on very serious matches, we could, but that's not what our crowd wants. Our crowd wants to have a laugh on a Sunday before they go to school the next day.
Yeah. I agree. I get that some people want to do serious gimmicks, and if it works within the foundations of that character and that promotion, go for it. Do it. I'm not saying you should always be like comedic, but just try not to take it too seriously.
Yeah. We always try and have at least one banger of a match on every show. So we have our serious match. Last show was me and Phil. Times before we've had 2-Bit versus Dave Birch. We've had Tom Thelwell doing so. We've always had, right, this is our serious match. And then other things, like I said, every match, if they want to make their match serious, their match can be serious. But if they're having fun with it, then absolutely go for it.
Yeah.
So we don't give much structure. We don't tell people we want this, this, and this, because then it's not fun for them.
Yeah.
So if we give them a guideline, like say with Jack Johnson and Dave Getski, all we said for them was, you both look alike. Enjoy. See what happens. And
good enough to put together a great match, and they did.
Exactly. And actually that worked completely different. So we were actually expecting Jack Johnson to be the bad guy and Dave Getski to be the good guy.
No.
And Getski walked out and got booed straight away. Jack Johnson came out as a heel and got cheered. So then we had to completely change all our booking. But it was fine because the crowd determine what happens. If they don't want to cheer for someone and they want to boo them, then cool. but
Sorry about that.
But I'm completely fine with that because, again, it's the crowd that decides what happens. So if they don't want to cheer for someone and they want to cheer someone else, okay. If they're good enough to be able to change what they had planned, perfect. And then we think about something else. We do a different story. We make this, and I think what we've got now planned for them is a better story than what we originally had planned, because it's accidentally worked out that way. So you've just got to go with what the fans want. And like I said, the fans wanted Jack Johnson to be the good guy. Rabbit is the scariest human, and he's so angry. He's our biggest face, and he has been our biggest face for 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, because he comes out in a trolley, and one year he came out as Santa, and he had someone dressed as a reindeer pulling someone out, and he just had fun with it. And everyone asked us, when's Rabbit coming back? Sadly, he had COVID at last show, so we couldn't.
I was so gutted.
So were we. He was devastated. And it was like, I think it was the Thursday before the show, he tested and he came back positive, and we're like, it sucks, but we'll have you back. And again, his match at the next show is it's going to be mad because who knows what's going to happen. He's a wild character, and we just let him do him because I don't know what Rabbit does, but Rabbit knows what Rabbit does. So why am I going to tell him what he's going to do? If he's going to come up to me and goes, right, I have this idea. I want to get a trolley. I want to have someone come out with tinsel. And that was Rabbit versus Isaiah Quinn. And they had a trolley. And
I wish I saw that match.
Isaiah Quinn puts that picture up quite a lot. And it's him with a Santa hat on, getting wheeled out of a trolley. And he's looking dead. But it was just a bit of fun, isn't it? We've had Santa wrestle an elf. We did one year, it was a full fancy dress rumble, and I painted myself head to toe in red, and I was the devil. That was our very first show. It was a horrendous idea. It took me forever to get the red off.
Not surprised.
But again, it was fun. We all had a laugh, and that's all we try and do for TWA. As long as everyone's having fun, cool.
I love Rabbit. I absolutely love that man. I don't want to say the last show because it's every show. Every BTW show, Rabbit, the atmosphere changes when he makes his entrance. There's a cold that comes in that room.
Yeah, there is. There genuinely is, yeah.
And it's very rare. Very, very rare you get that with anybody. It is. It really is. The last time I remember feeling that was when I was a kid at a dojo with everything with the Undertaker's entrance. Terrified. Goosebumps.
Yeah.
He does bring that. He's got an aura about.
Absolutely. And I would happily have him on every single show because he is the absolute best. And he's a really good wrestler.
He is.
But again, he doesn't have to because he can go and roll around on the ring and be weird and get just as much of a reaction. And like I say, at our place, he is a face. And he's absolutely loved at our place because he's just weird. And it's a little bit funny. And he has a tag partner at our place called Krug. And our original idea was to have them two as heels called Disgusting. And they were just going to be horrible. And the second they came out, everyone found them hilarious. So Krug is kind of like Mankind. So he used to rip his own hair out and stuff. He was an absolute maniac. And he'd do hardcore wrestling and he was mental. And then we paired him with Krug and we were like, these two guys, they're kind of the same. They're going to be our biggest heels. And they accidentally became our biggest faces straight away. Cool. Because sure, why not? Because they're just weird. But they have fun with it. And like I said, they come out and they have a trolley and or a bin or just so much fun and have a laugh. It's the best. And if they enjoy it, everyone else is enjoying it. Same with Two Dogs. They've never been a team before, but they came to us and were like, I'd really like to be a tag team. Okay, let's see what you can do. They had so much fun doing that. Steele and Chris Stone, again, had never been a tag team, but they look alike. And the big guys, and they had fun. They had a hot dog midway through the match. They ate a Kinder Bueno. They ran round the building and got counted out. It's just fun, isn't it? It's just a bit of a laugh.
They were great. I was at promo class. First time seeing oh dear Lord. His name escapes me. Two dogs. Critch, yeah.
He is a different animal, that lad.
He is. At promo class, Broccoli just went, you cut a promo, you respond. You cut a promo, you respond. And I was next to Critch. He cuts a promo on me.
He's built like a fridge freezer.
I had to respond. So I had to listen hard to get the words from that accent.
Yeah. But like I say, he's great. And
he's
once
phenomenal.
People haven't seen his what he's actually like. So how he's like in the back, once he gets his confidence from that to the ring, he's going to be so good.
Oh yeah.
Because he cuts promos all the time and he's an absolute idiot in real life. And he's
great.
So funny. And he's perfect for what he's going to do. And when he eventually starts getting his funny cockiness out that he actually has backstage to the crowd, he's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And like I say, at our shows, that's all we want is him to get his confidence out. Him and Jack Envy together work really well together because they are friends and they are idiots together. And when they go into the ring together, the wrestling's got so much better. Like training with Sam's been so good for them both. So seeing them improve has been great. So now just having them get their confidence up is awesome. And I love to see it. It's same with Mr. B. Mr. B never got to do ring announcing before, and he was absolutely bricking it. And he smashed it.
Yeah.
Because that's perfect for him. And because he just went out and had a laugh, and there was no pressure on it.
There's no reason for him to brick it.
No, there's not. But I think
really
because he wanted to be a serious, real person. And he was like, I'm not going to be Mr. B. And I was like, that's not what I booked you for. So me and Jenny have booked you as Mr. B to be our ring announcer because we know you'll have a laugh. You know it'll be funny. And there's no stress in it. And he was like, oh, but you want a professional ring announcer. And I was like, if I'd wanted a professional ring announcer, I'd have got a professional ring announcer. I've got you because you're a div. And I love it. You can have fun.
Yeah.
And that's what it all is. Everything's about having fun, especially with us. And if you're not having fun, don't waste your time. Because why are you wasting your weekends being stressed about something that doesn't really matter?
Exactly. I couldn't agree more. I love what TWA stands for. I love that because it's so easy to take things seriously without even thinking about it, without even no bad idea in your mind. So easy because people can take life seriously. They can because life is serious. But when you get into a wrestling ring, it's very easy to just let things pass you by and take things for granted, like for what you've got. And when you're relatively new, I've only just started interviewing. I've been doing a podcast for 2 years, but different kettle of fish, isn't it? I'm only in some small little unit in front of family and friends. Oh, the first time I went out there, I was bricking it, terrified, absolutely terrified. And they just said to me, like, the more you do it, and the more you enunciate and get more, and you're not shouting, but get your confidence out, you'll be great. And the last one we did, I felt like I did that. And I feel like I'm going to get there more and more. But
absolutely. The more you do it, the better it is.
Yeah.
As long as you're enjoying it, and it doesn't matter. Like the last show at LWF, the Flower Power guys were there, and they were so nervous backstage. I just went up to them and was like, right, boys, it's your debut. Have fun. Especially they had the perfect character, so they can just have fun.
Yeah.
They don't have to be an angry, serious character. They can just have a mess about and have a laugh. And they came back through that curtain afterwards with the biggest smile on their faces because
they should have.
Because they had fun. And that's all that matters. As long as you enjoy yourself and you can go, that was really fun, I want to do that again.
Yeah.
Then that's perfect. And they looked like they had it. And I was so happy for them that there's no point stressing over something. If something goes wrong, so what? So what if it goes wrong? It doesn't matter. As long as you don't hurt yourself. Cool.
Exactly. Exactly. We've got to put this on charge for 1 quick second.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Keep whooping at me. Come on. There we are. Yeah, I agree. And they had the perfect dickhead to go up against as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr.
But again,
Ryan
here's another
Lowe.
one. He just needs to have fun. That's another character that he can be this cocky rock star. I'm a cool dude. As long as he's having fun being that gimmick, then perfect.
He came over and called me out.
Fun. Yeah.
I sat in the crowd and he came over and called me out. I have no idea.
But again, that's how you get an honest reaction. If you plan everything, then you're too busy thinking about, oh, well, I've got to put my right foot forward, and then I've got to put my left foot forward, and then what am I doing with my hands? I've not planned that bit. Well, right? Why does it matter? Just do what feels natural. And again, the more you interview, the more they wrestle, the more they get in front of a crowd, everything becomes more natural and you find your own footing.
Yeah.
But don't stress about it. If it doesn't go perfect, right? Cool, whatever. If it, and I think more people need to realize that.
Yeah.
The world's not going to end if something doesn't go right. And this is coming from me, who is the hardest person on myself. I am so hard on myself. I watch my matches back and go, I didn't do that right. I didn't do that right. I didn't do
Yeah.
that. But at the time, I don't care. I don't care. I have fun, and that's all you need. As long as you're enjoying yourself. If you do an interview and it could go fucking terribly, but if you've had fun doing that interview, then that's a good interview. Simple
Yeah.
as, because if you get your start, your middle, and your end, and whatever they want you to talk about in there, but you've had a laugh doing it and it's been fun, then that's a good interview for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I always say that myself. Like I say it to wrestling friends, family, whatever. Anyone. Like you can tell when a wrestler's hard on themselves in the ring. You can tell when it's up there.
Mm,
And you can tell when the wrestlers enjoying themselves because it translates to the fans.
absolutely.
It does translate to the fans. If you're too up there and you think, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, you're second guessing yourself, and the fans can see those cogs turning.
Yeah.
So just
And you're too
it's
busy
easier.
thinking about what you've got to do in 2 minutes' time. You're not thinking about what's happening right now.
Yeah,
And
I mean, it's
if
very easily done.
yeah, oh,
It's
absolutely. We've all
very,
been
very
there.
easily
I've done
done.
it. I still do it now. Sometimes I can forget what I'm doing
Mm.
and I'm too concentrated on what's actually going on. I've missed you shouted something, and that would have been a perfect opportunity to give you abuse, and then move on to someone else because that'll get the crowd up. But instead, I'm too busy thinking about, oh, he's not done this, and that I should have done that instead. I've missed that. So it's a bit wonky.
Yeah.
But if I'd have stopped, listened, give you abuse, give this guy abuse, back to what we're doing, even though it's not what we've planned, it's automatically flawed better
Yeah,
without
yeah. It's
anyone
organic.
realizing. Yeah. Like I say, it's all just about relaxing. Take your time. This needs to be done. That needs to be done. Right. You need to win. Cool. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But let's not rush everything else that makes it a good match, makes it a good promo, makes it a good interview. Because if you're gonna waste the little bits, then what's the point of doing the big bits? Because they don't fucking mean anything then.
Yeah. Yeah. From experience and myself, it's very easy to rush things. Very easy.
Yeah.
Because in your mind, you're thinking, right, I need to get to this part now, I need to get to this part now.
Yeah. Just breathe.
Just breathe.
Yeah.
It's very, very easy just to think, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do that. And now it rushes over and now just, oh my God, whirlwind. Whereas
Yeah.
if you take a beat, if you think you're going too slow, go slower.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I've always been told, and it's a very, very good piece of advice. Just breathe.
Mm-hmm.
It'll come.
Yeah. And sometimes it's nice to just take that second where it's like you can just listen because something might just change completely. Like say, you might say something in an interview, and I've had something in my head that I wanted to say, and you've said something, it's gone completely a different track.
Yeah.
Okay, well, where's this going to take us? Where's that now led us? Because we've gone to a different part of town here.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. And that, again, might be better than, again, saying to like the Jack Johnson, Dave Getzky, that's took us, we were going this way, it got booed, it took us that way, and now we've branched off like this, and it's a completely different story than what we originally planned.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to be better because in our head it's worked. We've done like 3 different stories of them two changing round because it made more sense. It went from doing 1 or 2 matches that were just, haha, these two look the same, to this is happening, to then this is happening, then this is happening. We've wrote loads for that because it's completely changed and now there's a different dynamic to that story. That goes for everything. Just listen. I think the original idea for the hardcore match with me and Mr. B, the actual match, watching it back, the story to that match was completely different to what in my head originally what that was.
Yeah.
And it worked out better. The original story was good, but how it actually flowed and got to this crescendo was completely different to what was in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked better. Sometimes that happens, and it's like I say, there's no point stressing about it. If I'd have stressed and gone, no, it's not going how I wanted. Oh, right. It happens.
Yeah, it does. It does. Things like everyone. I think it's Tyson. I think it's Mike Tyson. Everyone has a plan to get punched in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Something goes wrong, just roll with it.
Yeah.
Go in that direction now.
Yeah.
Like it is, as you said. I couldn't agree more. It's not the end of the world. It feels like it in the moment.
It does at the time.
Up
Absolutely.
there, it feels like it, but it's not. It's not. It's very, very minor in comparison to what you're actually thinking. Like in your head, you're thinking, oh, it's just the end of the world. This is awful. Oh my god. The fans are going, this is a great match. I'm enjoying this. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't. It's like half a second of a moment, but it feels, especially in a match that you're very green or a promo if you're very, very new, that little second, oh my lord.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or you stumble over a word. Oh my God, stumbling over a word. You think it's the end of the world? Really?
Especially if you've got the fans like go, ha ha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're a bad guy, you can make that work.
Mm.
But it's being quick enough. And again, it only happens over time, but being quick enough to make things work. I was at a show once and a guy slipped getting into the ring and everyone went, "Way, you fell over, you fell over." And he got embarrassed, rightly so. He got embarrassed and then like got in the ring normally and was like, "See, I can get in the ring." But what would have worked better if he'd have got in the ring and tripped on the rope again, took a front bump and hurt himself, got mad, kicked that rope and then been like, "Stupid." You make more of a moment out of it. But again, that only comes with experience. You don't think about those sort of things. But
I remember something like that happening. I remember seeing something like that. It might have been DDL or something.
DDL's great for himself. DDL, Zach Gibson. Zach Gibson always used to do the slip on the rope because it made him look stupid.
Yeah.
When he's one of the best at footwork, and if he didn't want to slip off that rope, he wouldn't be slipping off that rope. No. But he was a Liverpool fan, and Gerrard had just slipped. That was a massive moment. I know you're thinking, but that was a massive moment. So then he started, because he slipped, he then started doing a slip on the rope.
Yeah.
Because then went, "Hey, Gerrard. But it's so clever when you actually think about it, because he's, again, got them here straight away.
Oh, yeah.
Because all he's done his entrance, and he slipped and looked like a muppet.
I remember watching, I think, and when you hear the people involved in this match, you realize that, yes, you can take things for granted because holy shit. Grizzled Young Veterans versus the Models, I think. I think it might have been the Models. Don't quote me. Oh my God. Oh no, it was Danny Hope and I forgot who Danny Hope was teamed with at the time. I don't think it was Joey.
Was it Future Shock? Was it Chris Egan?
It would have been Chris Egan, yeah. It would have been. Yeah, you're right. I think it was those two. And I think they were in a tables match, I think. And you know when the crowd go like there's a clap and all that, and it goes quicker and quicker. We were doing that. And halfway through, Zach just looks at us, "I'm not gonna go any faster. I'm just not." And we just burst out laughing. It's like, it's a tiny little thing, but he just Gibson's one of the best.
Yeah.
He knows how to work that crowd perfectly.
Hmm.
Right there, every
Absolutely.
single time.
Yeah.
Just genius.
Yeah. And
We had a quick intermission. Um, yeah, wrestling. Um, what were we on about?
we were talking about TWA, and then just about having fun and not taking things too seriously.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that is.
It does resonate with the crowd
It is, and
because,
that's my mantra for everything. Well, there's no need to take life so serious.
yeah,
It's a bit shit, isn't it? Like we've literally just said, life's shit, and it throws shit to us all the time. Why do we have to take everything so serious? You know what I mean? It's
I don't
we
know.
could be dead tomorrow.
Yeah,
Anyone could be dead tomorrow. You could step out in front of a bus and get flattened. Why we need to take everything so shitty and so serious and so everything's crap. Yeah, everything's crap, but I'm a Celebrity's on TV. That's quite funny. Peter Kay's just announced a tour. That's pretty cool. Download looks pretty cool. You know what I mean? Let's have fun in it. Let's spend some time with your mates. Have a laugh.
personally, not a fan of Amsterdam,
No,
personally.
but you know what I
But
mean?
Jill Scott's
Yeah.
on there and I love her.
Yeah.
I love Jill Scott. She
Yeah.
told the referee to go fuck herself, so it's always
She's doing
fun.
all right as well. Yeah, she's pretty good. But yeah, you know what I mean. Life's hard for everyone. There's a fucking crisis going on. Everyone's skin.
Yeah.
At least have fun where you can. Do something you enjoy. Don't stress about shit.
And everyone's skin and football shirts are over 70 quid.
Yeah,
Great.
craziness.
Yeah. Foot, football. Wrestling. Wrestling, it's an escape. Wrestling is an
Yeah,
escape.
it is,
Uh,
and it's as much an escape for me as the fans as well. And that's why I say you need to make sure everyone's having fun. If they're mumbling towards themselves and not paying attention, then they're gonna feel like they've just wasted the money everyone's skint and everyone's struggling and they're forking out 10, 20, 30 quid to come to a wrestling show. Then you know what I mean? What's the point? Make sure they're enjoying it because yeah, as long as I'm having fun and they're having fun, then we've all made it worth it. We've all had a good weekend. I wrestle or I'm at a show most weekends, and I go to work, and everyone's like, "Are you not tired?" Because that's my escape. It's not. It's not that. Yeah, I don't sit down and I don't mong out. I don't drink. I don't go out on nights out.
hmm.
But I'm at a wrestling show for 12 hours sometimes, maybe longer sometimes. Especially our shows. Me and Jenny set up the ring. We get in at 9 o'clock. We leave at 6, 7 o'clock. It's a long ass day, that.
Yeah, there's.
But I still don't feel tired the next day because I've spent the day with my friends and my family. You know what I mean? We've all had a laugh. We've sat in the back and we've chilled. Once the ring's up, we're all having a laugh. It's it's all about having fun. It is a weekend and it is a hobby. As much as people want it to be a job,
Yeah.
try and keep it as a hobby. If you can make money from it, perfect. But enjoy yourselves
And there's a lot
because
of people out there who do have it like, and it's a commitment. It's a risky commitment
oh,
having
absolutely,
pro
yeah,
wrestling as your job. It's a
yeah,
commitment. Very, very risky. But there are people out there who do commit to it being their full-time job. And if it can, as you say, if you make money from it, fucking brilliant.
yeah,
Amazing. I couldn't be happier for them. They are succeeding in what is their dream.
mm,
I couldn't be happier for that person. But just it's something that can very, very easily become tedious and become your job because you've turned it into your job.
yeah,
So just the same with anything really. Just don't lose sight on enjoying things.
yeah. I used to do drama when I was a kid for a long time. I doing plays and all sorts, and that's what that became. It was no longer fun. It was
Yeah.
pushy parents from these annoying kids that were fucking moaning because they didn't get the right part. And I used to just turn up. I'd never be the lead. I'd never be anything. I could have been, but I did it for fun. But
Yeah.
all these stressed out parents that were complaining because their kid only has 12 lines in this play and not 13. Who cares? It's a fucking Friday night in a fucking youth club. Stop stressing about shit. So that when that stopped being fun, that's when I went to look for something else, and then accidentally fell into wrestling through my brother, and then didn't look back. 11 years I've been doing it, and it's been good.
Yeah. And that's what it is in my eyes. That's what wrestling is. I love wrestling. I absolutely love it. And it's throughout my entire year, it's been a fucking rough year. Really fucking rough year. Throughout this entire year, wrestling's been my one constant. Wrestling's been the thing getting me through.
Yeah,
Even football, I'm a massive football fan, but even that started to dwindle a little bit.
yeah,
And that's me,
yeah, yeah.
personally, me. But I I could feel awful, terrible. Get to a wrestling show and it's the happiest day of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's wrestling for you for me. It really
Yeah,
is. So if people slag wrestling off and it's like, oh, it's brutal, and it? It's bullshit. Like,
it's bullshit
who
because you
gives a
want it
fuck?
to be bullshit. That's the thing.
Exactly.
They want it to be bullshit, so it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Stop fucking going on Twitter. Stop searching out the bullshit and watch how happier you'll be. You'll be. I don't need to sit and fucking listen to all the fucking shitty drama that's going on. Whatever. Crack on. Let me just have fun.
That's the one thing I love because I sparingly use Twitter. Sparingly.
Mm.
Should probably use it a bit more. It's been
Same.
my platform. Well, it's just a cesspit of shit. But
Hmm.
the one thing I love is that my mum uses Twitter and she's so innocent. She doesn't get involved in bullshit, doesn't
Hmm.
even know what's happening, doesn't get involved. She uses it because she loves having banter with the wrestlers, loves having a laugh, and she uses it for positive, and that's it.
Hmm.
And I love that
There should be
because
more
let's
of
take
that.
away from that.
Yeah.
Exactly, I agree. I agree. She she's very innocent in it all, and
Yeah.
that's what makes it brilliant for me. Is
Hmm.
because it's how Twitter should be used.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you've got a platform, use that platform. I
Hmm.
agree with that completely. But when it's just such a cesspool of shit,
Yeah.
no, fuck that, man. Can't be asked, man. Can't
No.
be asked. So I very sparingly use Twitter. I'm on Instagram a lot
Mm.
on videos, just
Yeah.
mindlessly, mind-numbingly.
Yeah.
Shouldn't, really
No, I know.
shouldn't.
I get that. I get that.
But it's
It's
just what it
easily
is.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's easily done.
very, very easily done. But yeah, just be good. Just be good people. Be good to
Hmm.
people. I just, yeah, it's been fucking awful this year. So I personally just want other people to be good to people. That's it.
Yeah.
Be a good person. It
Hmm.
doesn't take much. It takes more to be a prick.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Never
Yeah.
understood it. I've never understood why people just want to be bellends
Mm.
for the sake of being bellends because they don't like what somebody else is into. What?
Yeah. If you don't like it, crack on. Like I say, going back to like the deathmatch sort of stuff,
Mm,
I was so ridiculed when I first started out in training. I'd once turned up in a CZW t-shirt and got slagged off so much because like, oh, can't believe you like that deathmatch stuff. It's like, right? I also like lucha. I also like world of sport. I just like wrestling.
yeah.
Why does that matter what type of wrestling I like? But some people have just got to fucking say something. Can't just leave. Luckily, I remember the session, and the guy who said it wasn't there for much longer. He didn't stay. But Joey was taking the session. Joey Hayes was taking the session, and he heard him say it, and he was like, "You for real? Some of the best cruiserweights, half of the moves people do nowadays is from original CZW stuff. Some of their cruiserweights, some of the best tournaments had some of the actual best. Shane Strickland, Leo Rush, fucking people before that, Chris Cash and all people. Oh, they're the best. What do you fucking want? Just because you didn't like the death match, there was other things. But like I say, there's always got to be someone that has to say something. And now it's becoming a bit more open, but there's still, like I say, that's why I can never be asked to listen to people like Jim Cornette, because he's got good opinions about some things, but my God, it's just boring to hear how negative he is.
He's a bad end.
All the time.
He's a bad end. He snagged Becky Lynch off for having a baby.
Oh, I know. It's madness.
He's a bad end.
He just says stuff sometimes just to get clickbait. Yeah. And I get it. But it's like, fuck off. Leave it alone.
That's the thing. Like, when I first started this during the pandemic, around that era.
It was an era, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah. I started around at the time, and I've seen. I was a bit hesitant because there's so many wrestling podcasts out there, fucking loads. But I think I've caught like a niche with British indie scene. I think I've caught a bit of a niche, but I never looked at my podcast. I never wanted to sit here and think, oh, I'm going to use this line that this person said, completely change it, and then use that to get clickbait. No, if I'm to get fans and subscribers and views, I want it to be because I've got good content, and it's through positivity. Because through the pandemic, there was a lot of negativity. Speaking out, there was a lot of, and I hate bringing that up on my show. I do, but there was a lot of negativity in wrestling. Wrestling went through.
It was a hard time, yeah.
Needed, but it was a hard, rough time. Really rough time. Good people stopped wrestling. Really good people stopped wrestling. So I just, if I can bring at least a modicum of positivity from all of that, I'll do that, and I'll be happy to do that, because it's just, wrestling should be that. It should be positive. It should be happy. You should want to just go out there, and for the wrestlers as much as the fans, just escape. Escape from the bullshit. You got a twat of a boss. You got your colleagues are lazy bellends. You outside of work. It was raining and a car drove past and it hit a puddle and went all over you. That happened to me months ago. Shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Escape from all the shit and just have a nice time and just enjoy yourself.
That's it.
I don't like people who just, we live in that era. We live in a clickbait era, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to plug at all?
Not massively. Come to our show.
Yeah.
Let me get one of these convenient posters that have just turned up.
Oh.
Yeah, the Crown Paints in Darwin. Crown Paints, Anchor Road. Doors of 1:30. Show starts 2. It's the same day. It possibly could be England in the semi-finals if we somehow get that far. But there is a pub up the road that'll be playing it. Probably not, no, but there is a pub up the road that we will be done before that starts, because I think that'll be starting at like 7. So come, it's a good laugh. Follow me on Twitter. I think that's Jack Barron Wrestler, I think something. I should probably know these things. Let me have a look. Who'd have thought that? Let me have a quick look. No, that's not the right thing. See what I mean? I'm useless with technology. Jack Barron 95. That is what my Twitter is. I don't really use anything else. Follow the Tenacious Wrestling Alliance Facebook page. I think we've got an announcement today, whenever that goes up. So the Friday,
Yep.
we've got an announcement, and then we'll be announcing as we go. So yeah, should be a good card. That's about it, really.
Yeah, Baron, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming on. I
I
really do.
enjoyed being here. It's my first podcast, so thank you.
Really?
Yeah.
I am very surprised at that and very
Yeah.
humbled. That's another first.
Yeah, it is indeed. You'll always remember your first.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot, mate.
And
Cheers.
I'll see you later.
Bye.